Hey, Dr. Shivaga, Patrick Osborne here again, and this week we're talking about The Walking Dead and whether its season opener this year went too far with the violence it showed. And in my opinion, I don't think so. As a fan of the show, I think we the fans have kind of become accustomed to a certain level of violence with this show. And although this one went a little bit farther and showed a little bit more than we're used to, I didn't have a problem with it. Yes, it was a little gross to watch at times as he was beating their heads down with a bat, but I think you kind of know coming in watching a zombie show that there's bound to be some blood and guts, and it's going to be ugly at times. As for whether what stance I would take if I were in charge of the network on cutting it or not cutting it, I would have ran it just how it was. Uh, there's advisories out there all throughout the show and before the show of like if you have kids, you probably shouldn't have them watch this. And also, if you don't want to watch violence, you don't have to watch the violence. This is for people who you know what you're signing up for when you're watching a show like this. So if this is what you want to see, come and see. And if you don't, or if you don't want your kids to watch it, don't have them watch it. I think it's as simple as that. I think there should be plenty of room for freedom when it comes to a situation like this to be able to show that level of violence because, like I said, I don't think they tiptoed over the line showing too much violence. And as my position on violence like that in general, again, I don't have a problem with it. I'm a big historian. I watch all kinds of history documentaries, shows, movies, you name it, I watch it, and I've seen far worse than that. I've seen far worse than that in Game of Thrones. Huge Game of Thrones fans, and I feel like we see way worse than that all the time. It hasn't affected me, and but I know what I'm signing up for when I watch something like that. So I think you just have to know coming in that there's an expectation or at least a chance that you could see something like that. So I don't have a problem with it at all.